What's up, team? I wanted to talk about a mistake that I see a lot of newbie traders and even veterans making, and this one simple trick that will fix this mistake, and it's going to make you a lot more money. Seriously, in 5 minutes or however long this video is, applying this one trick will make you a lot more money in crypto. Just so you know, this is not financial advice. I am a random guy on the internet just giving you some of my opinions. So let's jump in. The biggest mistake people are making is trying to time the bottom. I know this sounds super obvious. I know you've all heard this before, but I'm going to expand on this. Right now, guys, this is Bitcoin's price chart. I know there's colors all over the place. I know there's lines all over the place. I know you might not know how to read charts. Don't worry about it. I'll explain everything you have to know. Right now, Bitcoin's price is trading at $59,000. That is a cheap Bitcoin. If you were to buy Bitcoin right now, you are getting a good deal. You know, your job as an investor is to buy undervalued assets, or in this case, coins, and sell the coins when they're overvalued. Your job is not necessarily to buy at the bottom and sell at the very top, which is what most people try to do. So look at this. I plotted a fib expansion, which can help forecast the future price of Bitcoin, and it puts the first take profit zone at 83K, the second take profit zone at 88.5K, and the third at 95.5K. So as soon as Bitcoin breaks out of this bull flag, the next potential price could be between 80 to 90K. And now get this. There are people that instead of just buying a cheap Bitcoin right now, they're waiting till it drops to 58K or 57.5K. Think about this logically. Does it make sense to you to wait for Bitcoin to drop 2%, 3%, maybe 5% when its next leg up is going to be plus 30%, plus 40%, maybe more? Right? No one's going to care if you bought Bitcoin at 59K or 57.5K because it's not going to matter. In 6 months, it's not going to matter if you bought Bitcoin at 59K or 56K. Your goal should be to be able to identify, is this coin undervalued? And if so, you know it's a good buy opportunity. I've seen it so many times when people are waiting for Bitcoin to drop another $500, $1,000, but then suddenly, it takes off and starts pumping like crazy without them. And then they miss the pump. You don't want that to be you. You're being too greedy at that point. You're being too greedy if you're trying to get it at the very best price you can, and you'll only sell it if it's for, 8 times what you bought it for. If you can buy an undervalued coin and sell it from maybe 10% from its top, you should still be happy. That was still a successful investment. So the question is Bitcoin, is the crypto market undervalued? And fortunately for us, there are indicators we can use that signal to us whether the market is undervalued or overvalued. This is the Fear and Greed Index, for example. This takes into account a bunch of factors, and it evaluates the sentiment of the market. Greed means that there's a lot of people buying and the price might be overvalued. Fear means that there's fear in the market and people are selling coins for cheap. Look at this. Last month, neutral. Last week, fear. Yesterday, fear. Now, fear. Right now, we're at 30 on the Fear and Greed Index. Whoops. When there is fear in the market, that is a clear sign that Bitcoin is undervalued right now, and you're buying Bitcoin at a discount. There's a bunch of other great indicators we can use. This is the crypto market RSI heat map. This measures the strength of a bunch of different coins and plots them into different bands. There's oversold, weak, neutral, strong, and overbought. I think I'm probably covering it. Basically, coins in this green band down here are undervalued. Coins in this red band up here are overvalued. And you can see that the vast majority of coins over the last week are in this low, neutral to undervalued band. And this is a second sign that the crypto market is undervalued right now. Here is a third indicator, the Mayer bands. These plot Bitcoin's price based on its momentum into different bands. I think I'm probably covering it again, but essentially this white line, this thin white line, if you can see it in the middle, that's the price of Bitcoin. Down here means it's undervalued, over here means it's overvalued, and this yellow neutral line is fairly valued. And you can see Bitcoin has fallen into this bearish or undervalued band. Again, another sign you're getting Bitcoin at a really cheap price. Here is a fourth indicator, the MVRV Z-score, right? We talk about these all the time, so I'm not going to go too deep into these. But again, the Z-score is 1.29. That is very low. Generally, if it were like above 6, then I'd be a little bit more scared. If it were anywhere in this red zone, if this orange line spiked to the red zone, I would be scared. But it's not even at 4. It's literally at 1.36. This is nothing. What I'm trying to do right now is what I'm trying to show you is that all of these indicators are telling us that Bitcoin is undervalued. If you buy Bitcoin right now or a few other altcoins, you are getting them at a good price and you'll make a lot of money over this next leg up. This is the fifth and last indicator. I'm sure you guys get it by now, so I'll stop throwing stuff at you. This is the terminal price of Bitcoin. Basically, it takes the realized price of Bitcoin and multiplies it by 21 for the 21 million Bitcoins in circulation to plot a top signal. And as you can see, this is different from the previous indicators that we looked at because it doesn't value Bitcoin, but it predicts where the top will be. It's been historically very, very accurate. As you can see, it almost, perfectly predicted the top here at this last top, predict the peak here. It predicted the peak here. It predicted the peak here. It predicted the peak here. And right now it predicts the peak at $157,000. So could you imagine selling here? Or could you imagine not being in the market here when Bitcoin could nearly 3x from this price and you're trying to wait till 58K instead of 60K to buy? I'm sure you're getting the idea right now. Bitcoin's price is going to do really well the next year, and you want to be in the market as much as possible. I just don't want you to miss the next pump. That's the real reason why I'm saying this. I want you to have money. I want you to be happy. Guys, I do one-on-one calls on my website, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely book there. I also wanted to make you aware of the Discord, in which we've got an AI trading assistant, which is an amazing resource that you can use. Not only do you get daily market reports automatically posted into this market channel, but you also have a bunch of commands like /info and then whatever coin you want. I'll just do Bitcoin for simplicity. And you'll get a whole description of this coin. So that way you actually know what you're buying. And whenever influencers are shilling you stuff, you can come here and check it. You can also do /supply, whatever coin you want to immediately rate its tokenomics. So Bitcoin gets an excellent rating, 94 out of 100. That has very little selling pressure. Guys, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. I need you to stick around. We've got a lot more talking to do. And check out this video right here where I discuss how I use CoinGecko to find high value coins. Bye.